Good morning to all our esteemed viewers from across the globe. I welcome you to Bystanders at the newsstand this morning. My name is Kolade Folarin. Please. At Bystanders this morning, we have all our newspapers ready for today, Saturday, 6th April 2024. I'll quickly start with the Blueprint newspapers this morning. It says the major headline talks about the power tariff hike. We will continue to subsidize electricity. That's the federal government says we will continue to subsidize electricity. You can get that in the Blueprint weekend newspapers this morning. Earthquake. Emergency earthquake warns about aftershocks in New York. Yes, there was an emergency in New York and some parts of New Jersey yesterday. So that's for the Blueprint newspapers this morning. I'll go to the These Days newspaper this morning. The major headline also talks about this tariff hike. Federal government hints on plan to move all electricity consumers to Band A in 3 years. Tariff hike, federal government hints of plans to move all electricity consumers to Band A in 3 years. That's the major headline in this day newspaper this Saturday morning. Afrexim Bank delivers impressive 2023 results amidst challenging operating environment. Don't panic. Excuse me, please. Don't panic, says NNPC, as fuel queues resurfaces in Lagos. That will be all for this day newspaper this morning. I'll quickly go to Saturday Telegraph. The major headline is quite different from what the other newspapers have been saying. The major headline here says, Federal government student loan faces obstacles. Federal government student loan faces obstacles. ASU, we want grants for students, not loans. We were not consulted, says ASU president. John kicks against policy. It's a good development. Nigerians should let it work. Ex-VC Mimiko, Deputy Speaker Kalu says. Federal government student loan faces obstacle. In the Saturday Telegram, court convicts Bobrisky for Naira abuse to deliver verdict April 9th. That's for the Saturday Telegraph newspaper this morning. Also, before I leave the Saturday Telegraph, there's another headline up here which says EFCC files 26 count charges against Emefiele. EFCC files 26 count charges against Emefiele. Yes, I'll quickly go to Leadership newspaper this weekend. That talks about the electricity tariff increase, the 240% electricity tariff increase. Households brace up for tougher times. Calls for policy reversal. Minister Defense hike says federal government paying 2.9 trillion subsidy. Next slams 200 million fine on Abuja Electricity Distribution Company over violations. That's for the Leadership newspaper this weekend. Yes, we quickly go to Saturday Tribune. 19 killed, building set ablaze by herdsmen in Kogi. Underneath that, Plateau crisis, Speaker swears in 9 APC members, leave out 7. Also on the Saturday Tribune says, Olubadan designate fit to be enthroned. That's Kingmaker saying that this morning. Installation process may wait till after Salah. Federal government has spent 2.9 trillion on electricity subsidy. That's according to the Minister of Power. Says federal government will protect 85% electricity consumers. Gumi should show us a single hadith where the Prophet negotiated with terrorists. That's according to Sheikh Akewugba Gold. That'll be all for Saturday Tribune this morning. Now there's this is excuse me, it's quite different. Saturday Vanguard this morning says face to face with Okuama residents in the forest. We are dying. Army should allow us return home. We are dying. Army should allow us return home. That's from Okuama residents who are fled into the forest. There are some sub-headlines there which says, how gunmen in 4-speed boats killed soldiers, villagers. Another one says, soldiers killed our people before the gunmen arrived. We survive on fruit, palm nuts, no food, no water. That's the major headlines on the Okuama killings. The update on the Okuama killings in Saturday Vanguard newspapers this morning. Yes, we will also quickly look at Saturday Sun before we move on to bring our first reviewer today. Saturday Sun says federal government under fire concerning electricity tariff. Opposition lawmakers, OPS, Southern Middle Belt Group says action insensitive, exploitative. Well, consulting will take action soon. That's the Nigerian Labour Congress. Federal government under fire on electricity tariff. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chinedu. You're welcome to bystanders at the newsstand this 6th April 2024. We want to look at these Okuama killings. The people are crying. They say they are hungry, that they want to go back home. What's your take on that? What do you think can be the solution at this point in time? Because in the forest where they are hiding, they said there's nothing to eat, there's nothing to drink.
Of course, no. They're just telling you the situation where they found themselves as a result of incompetent way of doing things, as a result of lack of reality. The people there, I think there should be at this point in time, a political solution to that issue. I think the political leaders in that state should do the needful, call the military to order, and carry out an independent investigation. People should return to their places. They're not the people that killed those soldiers, and of course, and what led to the killing of those soldiers. We're hearing different stories, that soldiers have been killing those people too.
Villagers before the gunmen arrived.
Before you understand that you can see what has been happening and what is the really cause of what is happening within that community. Don't be ruled out that there might be some certain interests who are in uniform who wanted to be doing illegal businesses in those areas, who are involved in oil bunkering, that might lead to a kind of beef and misunderstanding that led to what we are talking about today. So the first thing meant that there's no how, this thing is going to continue like this. This is the soldiers has no business in the first place of coming to that place. It is the police that have that constitutional power, to make sure that if there's any conflict or something thereabout, such things will be looked into. But as it stands now, what I think that should be done is that the soldiers themselves should be ordered out of that place, out of that community, and the people down there. Then the police should come and carry out, an investigation and be able to know who in the first place, what in the first place led to the issues we're having, because they have been alleging that soldiers, have been killing people in that community before that very peace mission, and there has been, killings, like that, that means some certain influential interest, is playing out in those areas, and those are the things they need to unveil to Nigerians so that we actually know what happened and be able to know how to go about it. But presently now, I think the people should return to their places and independent investigation be carried out by the police. Then, and if anybody or group is found wanting, then we should be brought to book. For peace, I learned that even the names they published that had one of the traditional rulers in that place. The man went ahead and submitted and said that he's not involved in anything that has to do with that. Up till now, the man has not been released. But I'm surprised that the likes of Tombolo them and Hideout, whose this thing happened within their jurisdiction, who claim to be fighting their people. Everybody just quiet. Nobody's coming to say anything. Nobody's coming to defend anything. So what does that tell you? That it looks like actually, these people has been compromised. Actually, they were involved in one shady deed or the other that led to the killing of that 17 Nigerian soldiers.
We have heard different versions of the stories. We have heard a version whereby they said those soldiers came unarmed and they were already settling issues before chaos.
There has been killing and killing. So from the report, there has been an issue between those two communities, and most times the one that has some kind of influence, uses soldiers. There has been misunderstanding. Killing has been happening, without anybody knowing about it. That's what we want to understand, and that is what has been happening. But this very particular one, when it was alleged that certain militants came with 2 speedboats, and lay ambush on those soldiers. How can a soldier be going on a peace mission without being armed? They were taken unawares. The intelligence report failed. So because it looks like what those soldiers were actually doing, or I think has gotten to the point that the people felt that no, we can't just continue like this. And that's the way I'm looking at it. And because of lack of governance, they decided to take laws into their hand, and that is what led to the killing. Now we are asking, before those soldiers were able to leave their area of jurisdiction, or their barracks or whatever where they are, who gave that order? Nobody has come out to tell us, But there's a video making around everywhere, by a particular person that claims that his father was a former Nigerian soldier, and look at what has been happening. And Tombolo should be held responsible for what happened on that day, And up to now, no militant or ex-war, or even those who claim they have repented, that still have the issue of Niger Delta Quest, at heart. Nobody has come out to say anything. That means all of them has virtually compromised or automatically sold out. I'm surprised that up to now somebody like Hideout, who has been running his mouth up and down, cannot come out and even make a statement concerning what happened, in those two. So what it tells you that these people can never be trusted. I think they have lost it. They have lost the people's consciousness. They have lost the people's will. The people that trust, talking about the lives of government, Tombolo and on the rest, that trust is no longer there. I think to an extent they have been compromised, and that is the result of what we are seeing today.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chinedu. Let's quickly relate to some of these things that you're saying with some of the chats that we're getting. Yes, Steve John Dada on the live chat says, tell Nigerian army to go to Ilora and save the Yorubas. Like, have you heard of what is happening in Ilora recently, whereby the herdsmen and the farmers are loggerheads over one thing or the other? Now, why is it that as of now, the army are not there yet?
No, bro, let me just tell you. I think if you look at the primary objectives of having a kind of military, is to protect our territorial integrity, and stop any kind of invasion. Army should not be seen to be settling issues that are internal,
civilian
something. But if you come to farmers, herdsmen, as long as they are not Boko Haram, the community. No, that's what I want to understand. As long as they are not Boko Haram, they are not threat. They are not foreign mercenaries, highly armed. Now that the police cannot stand. They should get the police to do that.
Mr. Taiwo Odunlade says something here. He says, but if the police had gone to Okuama, they would have been killed as well.
No. You see, that's what I'm telling you. It is constitutional. And secondly, what has led to that could have been stopped if the security system is close to the community. You know, a lot of people are talking about the marine police. They would have, bros, if I've been to that terrain, it's a very difficult terrain. You know, you can travel from here now to Island. You only see a community that is just within this suburb.
Yes.
And if you look at it very well, you will not see any sign of police presence, security presence. What is it called?
Security apparatus.
Operatives. What is this one? National Defense.
NSDC. National Defense Council. Defense Corps.
Yes, you cannot see anything like that. Yes, they are Nigerians. This is Nigerian territory. They are supposed to have. The local government is not far from there. The whole system is. So if there's anything like this, they will find it very difficult, you know, to be able to amend such issues on time. So the police wouldn't have gone there, you know, if the issue was reported to them and there was no political solution or an agreement on how to make peace there, because that is what the police are trained for. You know, that is what they are for. They are there to make peace, to maintain law and order before it gets to that any level. And even at that level, they are supposed to have deployed the police first. You understand what I'm saying? On several occasions, because you start thinking of the army, you cannot use army on citizens of your own country. Just like that, over a dispute, you know, of a civil dispute. You understand what I'm saying? So, even if the police are to come, you know, they would have made attempts several that the whole world would know. But for you to say the military should go in first, and the federal government has come out to say they are not the one that ordered the military. The governor have not said anything to that. You know, then who ordered the military? So that tells you that what they need there is the marine police.
Okay.
And the local government chairman, the local government supposed to be functioning very well. You know, the senator, the representative, the political representative of those communities, the traditional rulers, you know, why to an extent, you know, they cannot be able to settle this thing. It just means there's no governance, there's no coordination, there's this gap between the people because they are inside the forest, nobody can get to them. But the government goes there to dig the oil. But to provide security or settle issues like that, no, they compromise. You understand?
Yes.
So I agreed with Ogulade on that regard that, you know, the policeman have been killed, but before you to get to the point, at least that consciousness of security consciousness would have been there. You know, if you are sending another type of security operatives, we know the type of security operatives we would have sent. Then, and secondly, would have engaged the traditional rulers, you know, to kill 17 top Nigerian soldiers in a day. My brother, it is disheartening, you know, and that is the truth.
Okay, now let's look at the area of these people in the forest that are suffering now. Are we going to continue to look at them like that, die in the forest?
I don't think. I think that what I'm saying that they should look for a way and order the military out of those villages, you know, and let the people return to their livelihood. That's just the truth. And let the federal government see look at ways, you know, they are going to resolve that issue once and for all. There's no two ways about it. You know, if they are serious, and they have taken a lot from those states in terms of resources. So I don't know what they are delaying, you know, to step in and make sure that this type of issue does not rise again, and whatever that is going to lead to a situation like that next time in the Niger Delta area, you know, should be handled by either with community effort and of course through the police.
Thank you very much, Mr. It's nice having you on the program.
Your voice come down to the wall.
Okay, why are you very funny?
I say your voice come
down.
Is it the Nepal issue? I mean, what is happening?
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're welcome to the program this morning, Mr. Lucky.
Yaguna, Edo Nobi Lagos. I wanted to hear you. Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Today is Saturday. We are entering the week.
Yes, 240% electricity tariff increase. Household brace up for tougher times.
You see, I don't know why the new government is just piling on people, making people to be angry. I don't know. You don't just do things at the same time. You said fuel subsidy has to go because people are stealing fuel. They are taking fuel out of the country to neighboring border. That when you do that, remove subsidy, fuel will be available. At the end, today, sir, we are still queuing for fuel. With the kind of high price, we don't see fuel. Now you come again and said, NEPA, you want to remove subsidy for some places, not some places. And don't forget, NEPA has been sold to private people. What are you subsidized? Why you subsidized? I don't know. I don't understand. Now, when you recharge 5,000 naira before, it lasts you 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now, somebody say he recharged 50,000 naira. That 50,000 cannot last up to 4 days or 5 days. We can't on light in our house. Those are house living in an area like Lambert, Ogun State. You cannot on bulb. You know what it is? When you have all this scorpion snake, if you don't on anything, it's a problem. What is the man doing? You are just murdering people. We have not even come out for this fuel subsidy, dollar subsidy, whatever you call. Yeah, some people just meet you, say, what is, are we enjoying subsidy? Do you pay for darkness? We pay for darkness. We don't see light. Why don't you? We produce gas. And those people say they cannot pay for gas. What concern you?
Is gas affordable? Is gas also affordable?
If gas is not affordable, leave the business. Let somebody who want to do the business. Why do you pay subsidy? Okay, you sold house for me. I buy it. Now you are still paying subsidy in the house. Is it possible? He said because Robbie Peter pay Paul. I don't understand this kind of thing. Now, ban A, ban B, ban C.
Even the minister said this morning that everybody will be brought to ban A in the next.
The man should go and sit there. He doesn't know anything. Adelabu doesn't know anything. You are addressing the Nigerians that shout as if we are your children. Everybody is feeling it. We are going to feel it. People are going to out of job. Company cannot buy fuel to run, buy diesel to run generator. What are you talking about? You can't put something in the fridge for the fridge. Okay, can you tell me the estate that has 20 hours light?
They've looked at it. They've explained a little further that
where now
some of these areas, that is industrialized areas, are some of the places they are referring to as Band A because they have lights.
Band A should be Keja. Go to Capital Village and ask them whether they have lights for 20 hours. Band A is Abuja Asokoro. Ask them if they have 20. We saw them for TV.
Asokoro is not an industrialized area.
They still have big hotels, big company there.
We're looking at areas where there are companies like Cadbury, Nestle.
Sir, we have here, Ogba here. Go to Ogba. Ask the Chinese people if they have light. They run their generator. You see, this man, Adelabu, he want to suck Nigeria for 2027. I'm telling the truth. Europa, paper, Peter. We are still coming up for subsidy. We never go out. The man want to kill Nigerians before you know you are on the seat. What you're supposed to have done? Let the electricity improve. The Nigerians are ready to pay. But I don't see it. You are paying for darkness. I listened to Nigeria Labour Congress yesterday. He said, I tell him, he doesn't know what he's doing. How can NEPA be sold to private people and you are still subsidized to them? Where does that happen? Now, how many megawatts are they added since APC took power that warrant them to say for increase? Do you know how many times they have increased? More than 12 times since APC took over power. But they have increased. Now, we pay for everything. We pay for people meter. A people meter of one phase is almost 65,000 naira. It's your, where you are going, you are not going to take it away. You pay for wire. You pay for pole. What are we benefit? Nigeria need to come out and condemn this increase. You are saying dollar is coming down. What concern me? What concern Okama with the dollars? What concern Gary with the dollars? Okama. What concern Mango with the dollars? So, why are they deceiving us? They just, every minister will just come deceive Nigerians. We accept it because Nigeria have been divided. I shock. Now, I won't lie. I used to recharge 1,000 naira. But today, will I recharge again? Where do I get 5,000, 10,000 to recharge? That will not last me. Okay, 466 per kilowatt. Now to 230, 225. So, we already, Nigeria is dying under Tinubu government. You said you are human right. You said you are Democrat. You suffer. Why are you suffering the poor people? The big men can afford it, but telling us, go and check, sir. Go and recharge for Monday. He's telling you pan B, pan C. I don't even know the pan I am. I don't have light. Yesterday, I didn't sleep with light. He said people are using 20 minutes. So, for me, what they did, government did, is not this time. You still have 4 years to go. Why are you mopping Nigerians? How are you suffering Nigerians? Why do you kill Nigerians? Now, we are talking how to pay rent, landlord. Now, can I tell you something? When you have 10 rooms in the house, they gather 50,000 to recharge. And before you know, it's not up to a week, the light will finish. How much that one room man collect? Are you going to pay school fees? Are you going to pay house rent? More for one will increase. More kidnapping will increase. More amraba will increase. A hotelier who employ like that will reduce. So, Tinubu, please, it's not everything the job print for you, you approve and sign. Nigeria will revoke one day. Nigeria will revoke one day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr.
Edo-Nobi
Lagos. Thanks. Yes.
Good morning to you, Mr. Kadesh.
Yes,
you're man always looking real.
You're welcome to the program this morning. Yes,
about this.
First and foremost, there's been different angles to these Okuama killings recently. Some are saying some gunmen had already come to shoot before. Some soldiers had come with speedboats to shoot before gunmen shot the soldiers. We are hearing different angles. Does it mean that these villagers from Okuama village are trying to hide the truth themselves? Or is it the soldiers that are not even letting us into the real situation of things?
Thank you, Mr. Kolade, for that. We've heard from one of the indigents of that community. He had come out to tell the world what really transpired in that killing. You know, Mr. Kolade, in this part of the world, our military men, our security apparatus, some of some of the agencies are biased. Now, when you go for peacekeeping, let peacekeeping be the aim of, let it be the major objective. Not that you are going to resolve peace in a particular community because a different community gave you money, you begin to take side of a particular community. The people will flare up. We flare up. What have come out to the public notice is that army took sides. Army was supporting a particular community, and that will not go well with the people, with the community, with the other community. The people would always flare up and then protest their anger. But in the first place, the government, army is not supposed to go quash any killing, quash any communal clash.
Do you think if the police had gone, this wouldn't have happened to the police?
If the police are gone, when it comes to peacekeeping in Nigeria, to bring peace in any society that is troubled, that is the function and the aim of the Nigerian police. That is the role of the Nigerian police. Army should not jump in. Army is for what? External conflicts. When it comes to internal conflict, you have the civil defense, you have the Nigerian police. That is their major role. But now we've not seen how army will leave barracks and start towing garages to collect money from Agbero. Nigerian army have lost their pride, their dignity. Later now, by 4 p.m, come here, you will see army with their open mesa car will drive to this garage and start collecting money from all these transporters across Evolution and Quanix.
Okay, so is it right for the police alone to do that? Because we also see policemen too.
Is that what?
We also see the policemen too come out to take one or two things.
You know that police, to an average Nigerian man, police is, police are friend. Indirectly, police is our friend. So, but see, army.
What of directly? What of directly? Police are not our friends directly.
When you do the right thing, police is your friend. But when you refuse to do the right thing, you know what I mean. So I don't need to start. I don't need to blow the trumpet.
Okay, so go ahead.
So what I'm trying to say is that Okama killing, the Nigerian army is the reason why the indigenes revolted against them. Because if army had gone there to settle that communal clash amicable, the people will not attack army. I cannot just see you going and then I'll throw stone at you.
We've not gotten to the true side of the story, basically. So we don't know whether they went for peacekeeping. Some people said they went without arms. Some people said they went with arms. So we've not gotten to.
Now there's a conflict happening in Okama State now, and Nigerian army went and then grabbed a community land without no court injunction. Started now beating the people of that community. They beat them to stupor. Now, tomorrow, if the people revolt against Nigerian army now, people will say the people took laws in their hands. But now the army is taking laws into their hands. People are not seeing it that way. This is happening in my community. Army went and then grabbed the community land, beating the people, the indigenes of the particular states in Okama State decades. You can verify. Tomorrow now, if the community revolts against them and then bring them to justice, people will say the indigenes of that community took laws into their hands. Let's call a spade. The Nigerian army as an institution is not above the law. Need to do things properly. And then for the issue of power supply, the electricity tariff, to me, I think Mr. Kolade, President Tinubu should stop giving us hope. President Tinubu should stop giving us hope.
Who should give us hope?
He should stop giving us hope. Hope that will not be fulfilled. Let's not forget, for good 8 years, President Buhari was telling Nigerians, I assure you, I assure you, I assure you, I assure you, for good 8 years. President Buhari assured us, I assure you, nothing was done. Now, Tinubu is now throwing same part. I will bring it down. I will. A year don't reach now. I will. When will you begin to eventually manifest? This now, you know this fuel hike. Sorry, this electricity hike. Indirectly, it will affect the manufacturers. And if that affects manufacturers, prices of commodities will go up, because some big companies, manufacturing companies, are in this band, like Coca-Cola. Most of these manufacturing companies. Now, so if there is hike in the electricity tariff, definitely it will affect the consumer. And now, how is the consumer that can benefit himself before?
So at the end of the day, it will be these consumers that are paying this electricity.
We are the one paying it. We are the one paying it because the big men controls the economy, and these people. Now imagine going to bank now, and then now bank pays high for the electricity tariff. Their transfer rates can be increased if they can also come up with their own policy. So I think on this again, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is just come on board to suffocate Nigerians. Now with this is new electricity tariff high, that means businesses and life will be what? Electrocuted. That is it now. Businesses and life will be electrocuted. That is it. See, because I don't believe a government who is willing to alleviate poverty will come with so much hard policy. This policy is too much. Now, you're also wrong. Enjoying free thing. Now, since when fasting has started, President Tinubu has breakfast with all the politicians in Nigeria, but he has not breakfast with the common man. At the expense of taxpayers' money. But when they increase fuel, now poor man go buy them. When they increase lights, now poor man go buy them. And the thing that vexes me past for this life, Tinubu to stop telling us, I will. Don't tell me I will. No, they give me hope again. When the hope is not there, indirectly, they whine me, giving me hope when he knows that there's no hope. And let's not forget about this forex exchange. Dollar, people are clapping. Dollar is coming down. People are clapping. You are happy. Mr. This one is happy. Olu is happy. Mr. Happy is happy. But what is the rationale behind this dollar drop? The government is using our reserve to fight the dollar. At the long run, it will still bounce back to the common man again. Now, what is our reserve? Reserve should in case there's raining days, and there will be raining days.
Yeah, it's not
when you might not be able to go to the farm again. What you fall back to is your reserve. But now Tinubu is now depleting our reserve, using it to fight forex just because he wants to take the glory suddenly. Not look at the future run. Tomorrow now, see, don't be surprised. The day dollar go up again, sir. You go use caterpillar for sure. Go see.
Thank you very much,
Thank you for
Mr.
coming.
David.
You see one thing, David. You see one thing. You call Tinubu President Tinubu.
He's our president.
It is not mine.
Are you a Nigerian?
I'm a Biafran.
You're a Biafran.
Yes.
There's nothing like Biafran.
You know that
yet.
what I know about Tinubu, what I want from Tinubu is good governance.
Yes.
I don't need him. I don't hate him. What I needed from Tinubu is good governance. I don't hate him. I've never hated anybody in my life, but I hate his dishonesty. It will, like David said, we are going to. It will be in 2 weeks. We are doing something about it. No, you cannot be speaking that kind of English to me. Assumption, under assumption.
possibility it will be.
Do you think sometimes some of these efforts are being sabotaged by some people?
Nobody is sabotaging any government. If anybody sabotages government now, it is the same them. They are the one. See, if you want to run a government, if you want to become a president, you know, you screen, you investigate, you research the kind of materials you are going to use all around you. As your ministers, as your publicity secretary, as your finance ministers, Senate presidency, you know whom will be. You will appoint. You don't appoint a Senate president who will come and become your stooge, be playing eye service before you. I have never seen a red government or the Department of the Legislatives. They are independent. They are the ones that make law. They have the right to impeach. They have the right to dismiss Mr. President. If a minister is not doing well, the legislator should investigate him. Are you listening to me? There's no how the executive should be controlling the judiciary, the legislatives, and you are telling me that it all is well. Okay, I don't like bad policy. Government bad policies, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate Wike. What Wike is doing in Abuja, I don't hate Wike in person, but I don't like what he's doing. He's using that position they gave him to settle scores with the Hausas, with the Yorubas, and those Igbo billionaires. Have you not heard in the recent time, have you not heard how he destroyed over 250 buildings in that estate in Abuja? Who got that building? I would like you to do research. Who is the owner of that building? He came to settle scores, especially all his perceived enemies in the southern Nigeria. So it's not good. When your policies are very hard, people will hate your policies, and it will look as if they hate you. What I do hate of this present administration is dishonesty, instability. There are many promises that has not been fulfilled. So why should I just be coming here and laughing and saying, Chetima is my vice president, Wike is my minister in Abuja? No, he has not been doing good. He went there to do wrong job. Tinubu has never been honest to us. The refinery that would have worked under 2 weeks last year, from 2 weeks to how many months now? So you want me to like him? I don't.
Yes,
like people that are not stable.
Let's look at this tariff hike. Federal government hints on plan to move all electricity consumers to band A in 3 years.
I don't know the meaning of that.
So what they mean, you see, like we deliberated on this yesterday, that the band A are those that are enjoying electricity for at least 20 hours a day. Now, so with this, don't you think the government is looking at bringing us in the next 3 years, every consumer to the area whereby we'll all enjoy electricity for at least 20 hours a day?
I look at you, you sound so funny. Do you know why? Do you know why I say
Why? Why do you say that?
The owner, the stakeholders of this electricity of a thing you are seeing about now, you are talking about. Number one person is Obasanjo, Jonathan Goodluck, Atiku. I listen and listen good. Tinubu is one of them. And so on and so forth. All the political leaders in Nigeria, they are the ones that bought stakes. They are stakers of electricity. Power holding company. Are you listening to me? So the money they are making is going into their pockets. This man is coming out with what we just read about Band A. People that are enjoying 24 hours like
20 hours.
Thank you. Listen. Yesterday, what happened? And 2 days ago, they have increased electricity tariff by 240% now, as I'm talking to you. Which is why 12 states across the federation have bought into what Alex Soti is doing in Abia State. By having this, what do you call it, power plant, power station thing. They initiated it in 12 states. I don't know who, but all I know is that Anambra, where I come from, is one of the businessmen in Ihiala, Obi Jackson, that started the project immediately. Alex Soti own kicked off. The man said Anambra State needed it. He started it. So now they want to be independent
of the distribution company.
Thank you.
Okay, let's look at.
So my brother, forget all this band A promising that Tinubu is giving you now. If you want to capitalize on that, you will still be saying it next year. No, you will be saying Tinubu will. because he has not done anything. What we need is an action that demonstrates practical action. You don't promise what to do today, tomorrow. Because if tomorrow comes, you will produce tomorrow. You will promise tomorrow. Sorry, listen, tomorrow never ends. We need action. Okay? Throughout Easter, did you see light? I don't know. Your house is near my house. You live off so place. I don't want to make it though. I live off so place.
Yeah.
Caller, tell me the truth. Did you have light
Yes,
throughout?
we've been having epileptic pass of
Thank
light.
you so much. You call it epileptic. So viewers, epileptic is when light is unstable, when it fluctuates. Pam, pam, pam. Instability of power supply. Throughout Easter, what celebration? So what are we saying? And this is a sector that over how many trillions of naira has been expanded on. And yet, there is nothing to show. And listen to me.
Yeah.
That is the issue we have in Nigeria. We are talking about power grid. We do this, we do that. There is, as yet, no result.
Okay, yes,
To get.
we are consulting. We will take action soon. That's according to the Nigerian Labour Congress. Do you
Another
think...
man, Ajero. Chevi name Ajero. Ajero promise. We are consulting. We take action soon. See, Ajero did not take that action. Though. That time, particular time when the other part of the countries are going into protest, that Igbo men came out and said, we no join. Chebi, you know.
Yeah.
We say we are not part of the protest.
Yes.
Where did it lead to? The one Ajero protested, he promised us he's coming. Now, where is Ajero? Another one has come in, another issue now of increment on electricity bill, a bit tariff. Ajero don't come again. He said, we are consulting. Ajero, the labor leader, is not consulting anything. After consultation, money will exchange hands, and it will remain like that. See, I'm pitying civil servants, people that are working in the private companies and public companies. I pity laborers, both skilled and unskilled laborers. They are going to suffer. Transportation money is killing. Look at house rent. And again, electricity bill has doubled times 10 of house rent in Lagos State and other states of the Federation. Ajero is still consulting. Caller, everything about them is we will. Sorry, we will. We must. Something that will start now, under compulsion. I don't want we will. We are going to. We will. The refinery is going to work under 2 weeks. Could you remember prior to Christmas period when Kunle came here said, calm down. Kunle said it. Calm down. It's going to buru 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 buru. When Kunle was talking, did it work? Refinery, did it work? Today, here we are. Nigerians are suffering. We don't like this kind of situation. Let us see an action that demonstrates. Nobody is abusing anybody. What I don't like is hard policy, excruciating policy, economic policy that is what? Crouching Nigerians down is what I detest. I don't detest anybody. I detest nobody. I hate bad governance. What I'm asking of Mr. President is good governance. Thank
you very much. Yes, good morning, Mr. Niyi. You're welcome to
good morning,
this
Mr.
program.
Kadesh
This
of Flip TV1.
morning.
What's going on?
Yes. Federal government, please don't disturb him. He didn't disturb you when
He's
you
my
were
guy.
doing
He's my
yours.
guy. He's feeling me.
Federal government student loan faces obstacle. ASU says we want grants for students and not loans.
Well, you see, this issue of ASU is tiring. I must be sincere. Because sometimes we are confused. We find ourselves between the devil and the deep blue sea. ASU have no particular direction. They have no particular demand. The same ASU are people who many a time we have seen them to be saboteurs. These are the people that will send handouts to students. ASU members are the ones that will sleep with our beautiful girls in the university. You know, for some of us, I mean, we saw how some lecturers took away our beautiful girlfriends, unfortunately. You know, I mean, I remember when I was in my year 4, because I had to do a course that has to do with engineering. And one lecturer failed me. You know, he failed me because a girl was rooting for me. I mean, and these are part of ASU members. So for me, I think ASU
You don't
should.
want bygones to be bygones.
No. As a matter of fact, you see, that man unfortunately is late, but I didn't go to his burial. I just prayed for him. I said, well, may his soul find peace.
Thank you.
There's one thing. When a rich man hijacks, just as they did to Obi anyways, because I was powerless, by the way. When a rich man hijacks your wannabe wife, I mean, the only thing you have is fate to come into your way, so that probably fate should fight for you. But that is that. So I'll let that go. So ASU should be serious. What they should rather speak about is this student loan. Is it operational in Sena climes? Secondly, will there ever be a waiver? Because it will be unrealistic to say that if federal government invests 100 billion in 5 years and federal government does not provide like a waiver for half of that, because this is not for revenue, this is no interest loan, and federal government will understand that they cannot recover all, so there has to be debt forgiveness. Those are the conversations ASU should be having with federal government. Because when we are talking of grants will in so many ways not take into account how people apply. But when you're talking of loan, people informations can be gathered, their data can be collected and can be used. And people can be held accountable in one way or the other. Because notwithstanding, some people will still have that pure heart to pay back. But when it is grant, you are definitely saying that nobody should pay back. We still have some levels of grants in our education, most especially our basic educations. Our basic educations are almost free, from elementary to secondary schools, right? Under the UBEC, Universal Basic Education Commission, right? Whereby people pay as little as 5,000 naira, 10,000 for school fees. But if you go to private schools, you see that people are paying 180,000. And these schools in Lagos today, we have so many elementary schools that are well okay. Let us be realistic. ASU is not one body that anybody should take seriously, because we have seen how themselves are utterly corrupt. So I don't take them
seriously. Some ex-VCs and Deputy Speaker House of Reps Kanu has said Nigerians should be patient that this loan scheme will work.
Listen, anything that has to do with patience, I've had enough. I made a promise. I said after the first quarter of 2024, if Tinubu does not show workings, then he is a man who talks more than do less.
After the first quarter
of this year, 2024, Tinubu has literally spent almost a year there. And we cannot point to any significant fire and ire. There are some ministers that should have gone. First and foremost, the National Security Advisor should have been sacked. No Rubadu should have found his way by now. Our security is not getting any better. Kule behind me today, if they ask him, will you go to Kaduna? He will not say he wants to. No, that's the truth. You don't have to be blindly supporting, because your country is your first love, not one president. Not even your religion. Your country has to be your first love and your first religion before you can say maybe you're a Christian or Muslim. Because it is when you have a peaceful nation, you can practice your religion peacefully. Are you with me?
Yeah.
A new Rubuta should have been sacked. The Prime Minister, who is a blunder, who is telling people to off their fridge and freezer. Does it make any sense? It is my problem if I decide I will put my AC on 24 hours. Udeze is in Italy there. I don't know if he's listening to me. He is metered. His house is metered. He will not off his fridge on if he knows that everything is ice and it's going out. Because he's metered. But in Nigeria today, it is even the NEPA official that will be advising Yoga, more will help you find 1 cent. Just pay us something. Nigerians are people who are ready to buy corruption rather than go through the right path. Let me tell you, Nigerians are ready to pay 500,000 to go through the wrong path. The federal government has to put systems in place so that corruption is brought to the barest minimum. If today, the total homes that are metered is less than 20 million, whose fault? Federal government has not liberalized meters. Federal government has not opened up that people can import meters. Federal government is saying that yes, this thing is still what? Is still under my control. Do you understand? So I mean, Adelabu, Nurubadu, these people are failing, and Tinubu is failing because of these guys because he appointed them. People will not talk about them. They will talk about Tinubu. If look at NIMC. NIMC released a memo this morning. An ID card will come out for everybody. You and I will be captured. Everybody will apply for that card. That card is synchronized with the NIN. So this issue of palliative will no longer be. It is in that card. That card is like cowrie card. It's like an ATM. No, that you didn't. You are not the one that brought that to me.
Yes, let's go ahead.
You get me now. That on that issue, that is an excellent idea. Who will take the code? Who will take the accolades for that?
Who takes the kudos?
It is the Tinubu administration. So in the issue of power and security, who will take the fault? It is still Tinubu. Security, sack Nurubadu. That is my request.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nehi. Thanks for your contribution. Yes, Mr. Kunle, you're welcome to the program this morning. Yes, there is a major news in the Saturday Tribune this morning, which is quite different from every other thing. 19 killed, building set ablaze by herdsmen in Kogi. Is this how it will continue?
That is how it's going to continue, because that is how it has been from the successive government. You see, when we are ready to take care of this country, to put the needful done, we all put hands together to say enough is enough. They've been killing in Kogi for the past how many years now? They've been killing in Kogi, in Benue, Kogi, for how many years? And the funniest thing, they have generals. They've been killing in Niger for how many years? How many years? And I'm saying something, the Nigerians, they are just sitting on the fence. We are just sitting on the fence. Insecurity, we don't expect just all the security men to tackle the insecurity. The citizens too have to involve, either by informations, either by, even in the north there. When you go there, I'm sure a majority of those citizens there, they knew where these people hang out. They knew where they, arrange themselves.
Are you sure all of them know where? You see, they get some people unawares. Some people do not know. They just bombard them impromptu and begin to destroy lives and properties. So why would you say it will continue like that?
There are some community that is paying Boko Haram tax in all those areas. And that is why our intel, we have to upgrade our intel.
Who should upgrade the intel?
It's the NSA. It's the NSA and the security apparatus, man. It's the NSA. It's the NSA.
So what you're trying to say
you have
is
DMI,
that
you have NSA, you have NIA, you have just keep mentioning them. They are all together. They should be able to strategize, and we are not ready yet.
So what you are saying is that the present NSA is not capable of his position.
He may be capable, but how about the others? They need to collaborate. It's all about collaboration. It's not all about superiority. It's all about collaboration.
In the hierarchy of security advisors, who is the highest?
That is the Mr. Ribaldo.
NSA. So who should be responsible for all this?
He should be responsible. Likewise, we don't need to start sitting on the fence to look for who is to be responsible or who is not responsible.
We would like you to expatiate on what you mean by sitting on the fence, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. We all feeling the pain. We're feeling the brunt. Now, I won't be sitting down when I know what to do, when I know if it's for me to advise the NSA, right? Because the knowledge, this pool of knowledge is not really common. They say sense is not common. Now, if somebody is sleeping...
Sense is not common.
Yes, common sense.
Common sense.
Yeah, common sense. And I'm saying this because if Ribadu is not sitting right or is not, it's not upright with the job, the others, how about the DMI? How about the
No. What I am asking is, you said Nigerians are sitting on the fence.
Yeah, they're sitting.
What do you mean by Nigerians are sitting on the
Okay,
fence?
if I'm going to go to that again.
Okay.
Nigerians are sitting on the fence is this insecurity. Eh? Everybody has to be a partaker.
It's all
in
our
it.
duty.
It's all our duty to monitor who your next neighbor is, to monitor the kind of lifestyle your neighbor is living. I can tell you for free, every day I go out, I profile all these Okada drivers. Number one, I look at who are the people that really have access to majority of the bikes in Nigeria now. They are these people. Where are they coming from? They come from with trailers. They come from, and that's why the government itself is failing. Lagos state government needs to be upright as I'm talking to you. Other states, likewise. Ondo State, Ogun State, then some other states in other regions, they need to be, upright. Because when we are sitting on the fence, we are not even checkmating the movement of these people, and they will, encroach you before you start crying loud. And that's why, on this platform, I always mention the community leaders. Because if they are not selling out, there will not be any Boko Haram. Any Boko Haram will not be able to penetrate. You know why they will operate? How they operate is they come to your community and the pretense of they are farmers. They will ask the community leader they want to buy land. They will settle in that place to monitor all the terrain of that area. It's not a rocket science. Security is not a rocket science. I said if you are ready today, if every 250 million Nigerians are ready to quell that insecurity, we get it done. It's a thing we can do. But some people are profiling from it. Some people are making serious money from this insecurity. Because how can they move away some children from Kaduna and take them to Zamfara with leg, because these people move on, desert food, So that's like they are on one space wagon or one space car that fly them. So how are they be able to move? And the security are not aware. And nevertheless, the cities, the indigenous of those cities, they are attacking. They should look at the elders of those areas. Because Mr. Kadesh,
Yes, sir.
yes,
sir.
What affects you, what affects anybody, what affects someone in Kaduna will reflect back to you here. Because those people now, they will migrate from there down here. And you can see what they did in Owo. Who knew that they would come to Owo and massacre everybody? Who knew that they would come to one place in Anambra or and attack them? Who knew they would be able to come to some area in Edo and attack the train and attack people there? So they are coming nearer to everybody, and security should be everybody concerned. We should always be ready. Then about the electricity.
No, let's, the people have overflogged that, and I would not want us to continue. But a lot of our reviewers have talked about that. So it's not only electricity that is in the newspapers this morning. So on the issue of Bobrisky,
I don't need to go through.
Okay, thank you very much.
You want to tell me that?
No,
I don't need to go through Bobrisky because Bobrisky, I don't look at him as an entity. He's just an empty entity to me.
Okay, thank you.
How can a man be turning himself to a woman? And you want me to be talking about lesbianism, gay?
Nobody is saying you should talk about lesbianism.
I
We
don't
want to
want
take
to
your
do
own,
anything.
but you said you don't want to talk about
I
it.
just like
Thank
that
you
guy.
very
I just
much.
like that guy.
Nice having you on the program
Yeah,
this
it's a
morning.
pleasure.
Have a lovely day. Good morning. He's not been arrested for cross-dressing and all that, but he was arrested for mutilation of the naira. Now Bobrisky is asking for a second chance. What do you think?
Thanks for having me. First things first, it should be if for that mutilation of naira, it should be given a second chance. But when they arrested him, I laughed. I told people it was not really for the mutilation of naira. It was really for that his influence, in quote, the cross-dressing and everything that he does. You understand? Because we've seen government officials, we've seen celebrities, we see how they match Nigeria's currency. see how they trade Nigeria's currency at parties. You see the always and manner they do to Nigeria's currency. Now, what I'm saying is you are still going to see. Because when I talk the past, the present, and the future. You are going to see this week, next week again, how celebrities, how politicians, how government people in power are still going to mutilate Nigeria's currency, how they are still going to deface Nigeria's currency, but they won't be arrested. You see Bobrisky's case just like a trap for them because they want to rein him in, and that is the perfect thing to do. It's having influence on the youth. You see some guys nowadays where they are dressing like and for some people we felt that is it too powerful, is it above the law? So with this, they use this just to draw him and to let him face some consequence, which I think is right. But on the issue of that mutilation of Naira, it should be given a second chance because many people do it. But then I don't want him to be arrested for that. If it's for that cause against me, I'm not supposed. But that mutilation of Naira, I'm not supposed of it too, but it should be given a second chance.
An actress was arrested last year for the mutilation of Naira, and she was sentenced to 6-7 months imprisonment, and she served the jail term. So, do you not think if Bobrisky is being forgiven or given a second chance, it will be as if she has more influence? She has connections with people in power in top places. That's why she's been forgiven.
But I don't know the court rules. Maybe he has option of a fine. I'm just saying, if he has option of a fine, he should pay. Because what I'm saying is this: the reason why Nigeria is not working is because the laws are too weak. You have weak institutions. If everybody is being arrested, or if the top people are being arrested, you don't want to see only actors and actresses or some few people like Bob. It's got to see top people in government, politician students being arrested, their wives, their relations. So if you do that, and people see, because you see, you have to set an example. With that example, things will just fall in line. It's as natural as possible. So let them arrest people in power, people in place of authority. That's how this you mentioned an actress, 7 months you mentioned. No, we want to see, because I'm telling you, if you look at most parts this week, to next week, you're going to see that same mutilation of Naira by total people in government. So arrest those kind of people. Let us see them. Name them and shame them like you are naming these people. Then you are going to see the reduction in that mutilation. But this Bobrisky's case, if they give him option of a fine, let him pay. 7 months imprisonment too is good. Even one year if it's possible. It is good to serve as a deterrent to others. But I want to see, like I said, top people in government. You know, the way they deface the Naira, the way they change the Naira at parties, they bring 100,000 Naira, they turn it to 80,000 Naira because of new note and all those things. All those things should be discouraged. If they do that, they're going to see less of it, and it will be good for citizens to see that at least the law is for everybody, not for some few people.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. For the federal government student loan faces obstacle. Says ASU says we want grant for students and not loans. We were not consulted, says ASU president. Don's kick against policy. It's a good development. Nigerians should let it work. That's according to XVC Mimiko and Deputy Speaker Kalu.
When I saw the student loan and I saw the criteria for accessing those loans, I said to this David, I said this is like a trap. We call it bankman in our language. It's a trap. I support those people that are against. It should not be a loan. Awolowo did not give student loan. He gave student grants. He gave bursaries. You understand? But that is you see, my own pain is this. You saw how Awolowo. Now, if not for Awolowo, most Yoruba leaders today that are high position, they'll be selling gala at the bus stop. Some of them will be doing conductors and everything. Awolowo gave you free education. You went to school. You are able to read and write and become something great. You now attain this position. Some attain higher, like the president and all those. And the next thing to do is to start giving loans. You understand? Somebody has paved a way. That way should continue because I've always said there's money to do these things in this country. Yeah, I said, okay, how much is even the loan? How much all the student loan is how much? But there's 90 billion naira for pilgrimage to Mecca. You understand? So now the question now is, what is the priority of your government? There's no, because there's an attack on education, sir. Democracy cannot work if there's poverty and illiteracy. It is weaponized. When you have weaponized poverty and illiteracy, democracy cannot work. People are just being turned into human zombies. Go this way, they will go. They won't be able to ask because they are not really educated. They don't know their rights. There's no orientation. There's no enlightenment. So education is intentionally being attacked. I don't know what gave you bursaries. It gave you grants. Now it's your own turn. I'm not talking about what I'm talking about. Even the leaders all around, even the state governors, everything. The next thing to do, start giving loan. Loan for what? Okay, look, compare the loans to the money for pilgrimage, the 90 billion naira. In the midst of poverty and hunger, like I've always said. So what is your priority? These people now, like I always said, pilgrimage. My name is Iliwan, so I used to be a Muslim. I understand the Quran very well. Pilgrimage is the last pillar of Islam. And what it says, Quran says that if you can afford it, not people sponsoring it there. Now you are sponsoring people there for what? Just for political reason. It's all about politics. What will, for example, if people are educated, like I always taught them, they will be very easy to govern. They're very easy to carry that to be carried along. But if they are less educated, then what is the future of the nation? If the youth today are half educated, and they are not educated, now you are giving subsidy to pilgrimage. Student loan is there, and they go to make and come back. Now, what will be their impact? The people that have been going to that place, I mean, people that have been sponsored there, in that money you can go. But they sponsor you there and you come back. What has been their impact in the society? I mean, in terms of making the country better. It is spiritual. In 2020, God did something. COVID-19 came. They closed down Mecca. Jerusalem was closed down. The church in the Catholic church in Rome, it was closed down. Did the world end? Did the sun stop rising? Did the rain stop falling? Because God is everywhere. I know what I'm saying. God is not really in a place like that. You can worship God everywhere. But if you have the money, go to Mecca. If you don't have, stay. So government is sponsoring 90 billion. But look at it now, student loan. Even the money is not even up to half of the money to pilgrimage. That loan itself should not even be a loan, like I said in the first place. It should be a bursary, a grant. The children of the poor should be able to access education. If our Olowo are giving you loans, most of our leaders today, majority of you will just be retired pure water sellers, retired gala sellers, retired any all these names. But today, you can say them ex-governor, ex-finance, ex-CBN something, ex-NLP something, because you are able to go to school. Your parents were poor, but you had grants. But now, loans, they will now come out. When they now finish school, now people that didn't even have loans to go to school, now they finish school, they did their wives and everything, they are still looking for jobs. Now imagine that someone that goes to school with loans, now even him cannot even fend for himself, he's going to pay back the loans. How is he going to do? That all these things should be it should not be politics. There's difference between politics and governance. You understand? There's time for politics to be played. The politics time is over. It is time for governance. We want to see all this doing something for political reasons. But for me, it's all politics. Like all those people say. So not well thought out. You didn't carry people along. You understand? You can't just sit down in a place and the people that knows about it, bring them, sit them together, and let them do it. Thank God, you're Okama. You don't know what did it. You had experience. You understand? So some of these top leaders, they partook of it. They saw how it worked. Call them and sit them down. See how we're going to do it. I've always said it. There's money in this country. God has given. There's resources here. So this can work if we want them to work.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rilwan Olasukomi. It's nice having you on the program.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Yes, thank you so much to all our reviewers for today. We say very big thank you for all your contributions, all your analysis. I'm sure that as time goes on, some of these things that we're clamoring for, some of these things that we're laboring for, some of these things that we're talking about every time will be seen and will be well effected and implemented. I want to thank Mr. Olumide Bolude, Steve John Dada, Taiwo Odunlade, Udeze Chima, Buki Hastrop, a whole lot of others who have contributed one way or the other. Uku Oji this morning. We say thank you very much. And please always stay tuned with us. And don't forget to follow us, to subscribe on our sister channel, Flip TV Plus. Where you get opportunity of enjoying beautiful and very interesting programs. Thank you very much. And stay blessed. My name is Kolade Folari Kadesh Prince. Hope to see you next time on Bystanders at Newsstand. Thank you.